Doctor Life in the business saving lives, first responder, responding to unnatural, artificial, man-made disasters. We the Shine Doctors. Shine Doctor, Miss Kanisha, Queen of the South, will judge this final generation. Zion Life. And Shine Doctor, Mr. Damon. Shine Dr. J. Damon. The King of the South, Men of Nineveh, will judge this final generation. Zion Life. Her RPG, Shine on RPG, that's me. The rugged prophetic ghost, the alien bedrock nation. We live in this world, we not of this world is not our home. I must be about my heavenly and earthly. Quadruple OG Godhead. Tree of Life, USA. Thanks. Holy Womb, Grail, God Womb. Business. Saving lives. So, all over Florida, it's the same format, all right? So these tents of meeting that's going all over Florida and all over the country and all over the world. So we're gonna take the artists that's performing in our One Love iIMGi hip hop neighborhood game, and around every one of the artists, we're gonna target the school, elementary, middle school, and high school. That's the pipeline for the dropout factory system, or not even just the dropout factory system. Whatever school produced that artist, whatever the pipeline is that they travel through, we want to use it in that same community to find other individuals just like them. All right? And in that same community, where we use the pipeline that produced the individuals, our artists, in our One Love iIMGi Hip Hop Symphony, and y'all know the list and the artists. And we're gonna go down they school, they neighborhood, but around the school, the tent of meaning brings together all of the games, all of the everything, and we always find a park for each neighborhood to host our summer camps and our after-school programs throughout the year. So I'm showing you the components. So in y'all neighborhoods, y'all could work with us. Just like at McDonald's, everything is the same. The fries is the same, the burger is the same, the packaging is the same, everything is the same. And we require that y'all do everything the same. So, once again, this is our home sat right between two counties. So the first park I went to was the park that's on the Polk County side. This is the Point Siena Park. That was the Haines City Park, Lake Eva. All right? But you're going to see very quickly, all of the elements that was there is here. All right? So right there, that's their little amphitheater. That's their amphitheater. This the field where we could put up the stages, the sound stages for the music festival and all of that. Okay? It's the wide open area, sound stages all throughout. Boom, 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 boom. Main sound stage, plenty of room, right? These are always the components. The One Love Hip Hop Symphony, it's about a film festival and music festival going on through the whole time while the games is going on, too. All right? So here's the gym. In this part, Here's the gym. So you got the hooping, the basketball, and the volleyball, and all of that. That's here. Here's the gym. Basketball, volleyball, all that. Around that amphitheater is a track. And they got workout stations all around that little track in the path, right? So we could do distance running here. You could do the distance events here. You could do the, realistically, we could do the 100-meter dash, 50-yard dash, all that too. You know what I'm saying? This is the Mary Jane Arrington Gym and Aquatic Center in the Poinciana Park in the Osceola County side. This is Osceola County, all right? And our house is smack dab in the middle, and the schools that my kids went to is smack dab in the middle of these two parks. So we had kids going to the school who was, half of them was over here on this side and half of them was over there on that side. All right. And just like the other spot, so our lifeguard program, which is the heart and soul of our program, and also the paramedic program that goes with it, the Freedom House Hospital's paramedic. This is where all of the CPR and the first aid and the we always connected during summertime with the pools, with the aquatic centers. All right, because we have a real lifesaver lifeguard academy. All right. Well, this is the aquatic center where our individuals get their license, right? And they're gonna get certified through the summer, and then they're gonna compete in the lifesaver games at the end of the summer. Okay? Same thing. And Lake Eva had the same thing. So when you put up the tender meeting, you're gonna strategically make sure we together, collectively, y'all ain't got to do this by yourselves, but we're gonna strategically make sure that the park that we choose in your neighborhood or around your neighborhood, even if we gotta do multiple parks that surround the school that the artist that we talking about went to. One park might not have all of it, but you may have two parks, just like Lake Eva is over there and this one is here. And even if you have two parks in close proximity to the schools that have everything, then we'll just use the two parks in your neighborhood, like we use in two parks right here. All right. So all of the lifeguard, all of the first aid, all of the paramedic, boom, we do that at the aquatic center. Boom. So then, here we go. It's my home. It's my first love. So this the track and field and the football. Track and field, football, flag football, tackle football. And then, of course, our ballers. We put the nets up, you know, the Bob Marley component. The Bob Marley USA Ballers. Yeah, all right. Bob Marley USA Ballers. The world calls it soccer. We don't. In hip hop, we call it the Bob Marley USA Ballers. All right. So, flag football, tackle football, Bob Marley USA Ballers. Boom, that component's here in the park too. And under Nipsey Hussle, One of my favorite songs on Victory Lap was Loaded Bases. So that heritage that we had in the USA that they don't have nowhere else. Before Major League Baseball was Major League Baseball, we had a black baseball league that was better than the Major League Baseball league. All right. Same thing in basketball too. Same thing in basketball too. That's why we claim the ABA, where Dr. J won the championship with the New Jersey Nets. We don't acknowledge Brooklyn Nets. We don't acknowledge the Brooklyn Nets. The ABA came out of an era when we had a all-black basketball league. Wilt Chamberlain and all of them was playing. All right? So, based off of that heritage that's only in the USA, when we do basketball, we use basketball under the umbrella of the single-I ABA, where Dr. J won his championship. All right? But for baseball, for Nip's contribution to Loaded Bases, one of my favorite tracks, and my main man, King Griffey Jr. Right down here in Orlando, my oldest children was going to Mount Sinai. D. Sutton. Non-profit organization for King Griffey Jr. My right-hand man, yo, good dude, great dude. They're doing great work to preserve the baseball legacy of King Griffey Jr. and his pops. I'm talking about great work out of this organization here in Orlando. So, in continuation and an extension of what we was doing with King Griffey Jr. and with Nip, the Loaded Bases. All right, we're gonna have our hip hop component of the Little League World Series. We're gonna have our hip hop version of that. All right, and we're gonna reach back out to King Griffey Jr. and my right-hand man who's running this nonprofit organization. We're gonna link them up, and we're gonna reach out to Black Sam and the family of Marathon, and we're gonna make this official with this Loaded Bases and King Griffey Jr. and the One Love iIMGi Hip Hop Symphony Neighborhood Gang. So if y'all want to come and play that supernatural baseball that our ancestors played here in the USA only before the Major League Baseball, this is the only place you could come get it. And then, so my daughters and sons are broken up between indoors and outdoors. So my daughter Deja is the indoor volleyball circuit. My daughter Deja is the film aspect of our Hollywood studios. My daughter Destiny is the outdoor volleyball circuit. And she is the Narrowway Productions, the competitor to Broadway. So there's no overlap, so they all could shine in their own joint. And my sons is the same way. All right. Xavier is the indoor component. My oldest are the ones that dominated in the gym. They dominated in the gym. Okay? So indoors, Xavier and Deja is indoors. Indoor basketball, all that. Indoor volleyball, that's Deja. Right? But Uncle E.T. got these workout videos called How Bad Do You Want It? And my man is out training out on the beach. So me and my little man, me and my youngest, we went down St. Pete and we found a beach. We found a beach for us to do his workouts and for us to do outdoor tournaments and everything. But it got slides, it got floaties, it got water slides out there on the beach. It's dope. So my youngest are the outdoors. Just like we put volleyball outdoors, go to the beach and we got courts that we could set out. You put the floor together just like it's like rubber mats. Boom. So we gonna hoop out there. We're gonna have football tournaments out there on the beach. Anytime you outside, it's my youngest too. Outdoor track and field. Indoor track and field. Indoor track and field. Indoor gymnastics. That gymnastics is Destiny though. Destiny was a gymnastics head. That's everything that they did. They all get to do their sports. Deja dominated indoor volleyball. I mean, she went the highest. You know what I'm saying? She got scholarships for it, college, boom. So, of course, they both played it. They both got a love for it. But Deja went highest in the indoor of it for whatever reason. So, we let Destiny do outdoor. But Destiny that was her thing, gymnastics. Just like martial arts. We call them marital arts. That was Lil Damon's thing. And my Mama Roz promised him that we was gonna work together with Mama Roz's brother, who was a ninja, and get him right. So we still gonna do that. We're gonna do that martial arts component. We're gonna do the martial arts component. And probably we probably gonna put the boxing with Floyd Money Mayweather and the ITB and the ITE. My main man Terrence Bud Crawford, ITE, Floyd Money Mayweather, ITB. Our girl, Israel Wynn, championship boxer, ITB. Once again, she got a connection to Layla Ali. So we with all of that. And then our girl, knockout queen. You better not play with her. Yeah. It's my girl, ITE. So we're gonna put all that under the umbrella with my son, because he's crazy about martial arts. He ain't never really get to do it. So, you know what I mean? We're going to let him, as he flourish in high school and college, we're going to let him get his feet wet in the combat sports. All right? So, just showing you. We got the volleyball here, too. Then the tennis is over there. And the outdoor courts. Because hip-hop started out in the park. That's outdoor. You understand? The ABA, the championship, the professional league is indoor. Right? But the One Love iIMGi hip-hop neighborhood games is in the middle of the city with the DJ and the mic and everybody from the projects, everybody out hanging out on the rooftop. It's outdoor. No question. We got the pro component in there, Dr. J. Dr. J was the king of the Rucker Park. He was king of the outdoor, and then he took it to the pro. So we got to have both demographics. That's why I got my oldest son running the ABA portion, the indoor. And my youngest, men and women. We not excluding. There was no outdoor component in the Rucker with women. Why? Them queens is playing ball. Them queens is playing ball. Why is there no historical record and no football at all? So we're going to have the baddest tackle football and flag football in the world. Women. Because there is no history of tackle football for women in the USA. Why? Why? Because we the only ones supposed to do it. Why it wasn't no queens? Why it wasn't no men game in the Rucker and then women game? Don't worry, we got it in One Love iIMGi. All y'all queens out there, we gonna hit the park. And we want y'all to put on a show and show them the best ballers in the world is in the One Love iIMGi, stuff that they'll never see in the WNBA. I want y'all to come out from the hood and play in the hood like we used to play in the hood and I want to see hooping like they will never ever see anywhere else in the world. I want y'all queens to come out and show them. They was absolutely crazy for passing over y'all all this time. And without the hip-hop urban component in street ball, you don't have no pro component. It ain't real. You would have no pro basketball without Dr. J coming from the street and then coming into the pro. There can be no pro without street. And how you got a WNBA with no street component? That's what the problem is. So when we take our queens indoor to the pro, you're going to see the difference. You're going to see the difference between our women pros and they women pros. Because we coming from the street. There it is. Y'all queens, y'all got to come out and validate this though. And tackle football too. They talked about that women's liberation. But they was only talking about getting it in y'all drawers. Baseball too. Baseball too. When they had a black men's baseball league, why they ain't have a black women's baseball league? Why? They talk about women's liberation. They was only talking about getting in y'all drawers, y'all. That's all women's liberation was about. All of the things that come with women's liberation, they talk about power and all of that. They never even tried to organize women's baseball, women's tackle football, women's basketball. Women's liberation was a part of the sex, drug, rock and roll, sexual revolution. That's all the women's liberation is. Feminism. They trying to front like it's some, listen, all of the things that they could have did to strengthen and empower y'all and enrich y'all, they ain't do none of it. We could do everything a man could do, but they don't even try and do women's baseball. We could do everything a man could do. No women's football. We could do everything. Rucker Park. No women's. Listen, they was freaks. That's what that feminism, that's what that movement was. A bunch of lesbians, a bunch of women who wanted to sleep with other women. Don't try and beat us in the head with some philosophy and all this about, yo, we disenfranchised and all that. And y'all ain't even, all y'all trying to do is get in other women's panties. Come on, knock it off. Y'all just like Puffy. That whole movement, y'all just Puffy. Oprah Winfrey is just puffy. Michelle Obama. They just want to get in Gayle King's panties. That's it. Gayle and Ellen DeGeneres panties. That's it. You want credit for that? Just like Eleanor Roosevelt, we already know the queen of y'all movement was Eleanor Roosevelt, who just had a ball up there in Washington, D.C. with all women. Man, knock it off, yo. Y'all want empowerment? We making y'all the last Eve. And then we gonna give y'all last Adam. While y'all in this league, I'm guaranteeing you that we gonna find the husband man that's gonna complete you. All you gotta do is get out of here, do what you do. I guarantee you, your last Adam gonna take you off the market. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. We gonna empower you in the image of God, though. Not no women's liberation, not no our women don't need to be liberated. The moment that God created her and breathed in them nostrils the breath of life, she was perfect. She was the perfect gift. And she ain't need to be liberated in the bed either. We the underwear wolf. She don't need to be liberated in no way, shape, or form. She made whole. We complete her in every single way. Y'all can't compete with us on nothing. Philosophy, ideology, knowledge, nothing. That's why this a Brexodus. We evicting all of that trash. All right? So this all of the components. Y'all ladies, y'all the crown jewel of everything that we created. Y'all the crown jewel. Ain't no cap on y'all salaries. Y'all the crown jewel. Y'all don't take a backseat to nothing. Nothing. Y'all the crown jewel. Y'all better come get it. Y'all never see it ever again in y'all life.